Welcome to the Data Week 2021. My name is Ana Garcia, and I'm the Secretary General of the Big Data Value Association, today also known as DAIRO, our new legal name. With great pleasure, I'm here today to welcome you all, and it's an honor for me to introduce the representatives of those involved in the organization of this Data Week. As many of you know, the Data Week follows the tradition of our spring gathering for our big data value research and innovation community, bringing together our members, the overall portfolio of the projects linked to the Big Data Value Partnership, and many additional partners, experts, and initiatives over Europe. This event is kind of our small or young sister or brother in the family. We have a big brother, that is the EBDVF, that you know normally takes place towards the end of the year. But let's start. You know, previous editions of this spring gathering were co-organized with the BDB project. It was the coordinating and support action of the partnership, and the CSAs ended already last year. So from this year onwards, we will walk our path together with the European Federation of the Data-Driven Innovation Hubs. Still, we really want to thank the BDB project, and as the project has been supporting the community for many years and making it stronger. So US4Data is our main co-partner in the organization of this event. And for that reason, also with great pleasure, I would like to welcome Ms. Laura Olcina, is the General Manager of ITI, and ITI is the coordinator of US4Data. Thanks for joining us, Laura, and the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Anna. You can see and hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and see you well.
Okay. So thank you very much. Good morning and welcome to Data Week. Well, as Anna introduced me, my name is Laura Olcina and I'm the General Manager of ITI. ITI is a private technology center for research, development and innovation in ICT. Since 1994, our R&D has focused on the needs and problems of companies, seeking technological solutions that respond to social and economic challenges in order to improve industrial competitiveness, fostering a more intelligent and sustainable society. From the beginning, ITI's work has been closely linked to technologies that make it possible to carry out an intelligent analysis of information. Currently, with a staff of more than 240 people working around the exploitation of data, we are proud of being one of the main technology centers of reference in these technologies, which are considered, as we all know, as the great revolutionaries of the present and future economy. Well, let me give you some figures about ITI. Last year, ITI dedicated more than 12 million euros to technologies around data and carried out more than 100 research, development, and innovation projects. We worked for more than 300 companies. Also last year, in 2020, we got more than 6 million euros direct European returns to ITI in projects around big data and artificial intelligence. At the national level, we are coordinating I4S, the Spanish Excellence Network, focused on data and artificial intelligence with Tecnalia, Eurecat, and CETIC. We are working on many projects, but if I had to choose the most challenging one to talk about, it would be without doubt US4Data, the European Federation of Big Data Innovation Hubs. And not just because it's probably one of the most complex projects we have ever led, at least in the management aspects, but also because the objective is ambitious but clear. US4Data is the reference federation in Europe for big data cross-border experimentation and innovation, providing a complete pan-European catalog of data sources and services to foster data-driven innovation at local and regional level. For instance, our participation in the project is bringing us the opportunity to enrich our catalog or portfolio by collaborating with other hubs, to contact with SMEs from other countries and regions and learn from their use cases, their needs, their constraints. To sum up, US4Data is allowing us to bring more value, more opportunities, and knowledge to SMEs and companies in our ecosystem. For ITI, it's very gratifying to be here today in Data Week, working hand in hand with BDVA, now DAIRO, as we have been doing during the last 7 years. I'm sure part of our achievements are strongly related to the fact that we are proud members of the association. During the next 3 days, we will have the opportunity to connect with other similar and relevant initiatives in the European data community. We will learn from their experience and success stories. We will find synergies and define ways of collaboration. We will participate in discussions and forums that are shaping the current and future European data-driven landscape. And we will be aware of new trends in the data economy at European and international level as much in advance as possible. I strongly believe the Data Week is a great opportunity to work together and to achieve a new European economy data lead. Data have and will have a transformational impact on the economy and society. And as members of this event, we will have the opportunity to witness and be part of it. Well, just to finish, I just want to say that it's a great honor to be together with BDVA, co-host of this event, even if by health recommendation, it must be online. Well, I hope to see you all in person very soon. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much, Laura. And now I'm very honored to welcome Mr. Thomas Hahn, BDVA President. Thank you, Thomas, for joining us today. And the floor is yours.
Yeah, many thanks, Anna, and to all of us. This is the first time that Anna mentioned me, Mr. Thomas Hahn. No, seriously. Also from my side, a very warm welcome to this event, to this Data Week. You know, I'm president of the Big Data Value Association, but I will, let's say, speak a little bit later about opportunities. But let's start a little bit, first of all, to looking back a little bit, what's happening, what we have achieved, or we all have achieved together, how this event, you know, like Anna mentioned, the Spring Gathering event developed. What we have achieved in the community, because, you know, coming also from industry, and Laura mentioned also the collaboration with SMEs, startups, big, small, industry policymaker. I will touch a little bit about this, but this is all, let's say, based on collaboration. And then have a little bit a look ahead, what is down the road, what are the next steps. Also, as said, a very warm welcome, I'm very honored to open with you together this Data Week. And when you allow looking back here, this Data Week is, yeah, it started, this event series started small. This was some kind of activity group, some kind of spring gathering, and so on. Yes, we have in autumn typically our European Big Data Value Forum, but nevertheless, looking today, we have today about 800 participants registered to this event. Don't ask me which we have in 2018, 3 years back, when we have started this series. Somehow, how many participated during this time, but now we have over 800. This is a significant number, as you can imagine. So we start small, grown, and now we are big. This is one side. So we have here the event series, and so on. But the other side is when you're looking at BDVA, it was a pleasure for me to be since end of 2018 as a president. We have achieved a lot. We have, you know, we have a community where we all are proud about this because this is well functioning. We're working together. We have over 230 members. We have, don't ask me, 60 projects running over the last years. We have the events, you know, the Big Data, European Big Data Value Forum is mentioned, the Data Week, the BDV, PPP Summit, as you know. So we have done 11 events over this year, last 7 years, which is significant because it's more than once per year. And looking also to other initiatives, it's really significant. We have inside the association a lot of working groups, around 30, covering, you know, the aspects from the technology impact, but also across industry, as looking what are the aspects which are needed for different industry segments. And now coming from industry, of course, it's quite important to apply this, to use this, to see what the possible input are. And that's the reason that's good that we up to now targeting 12 industry sectors in our family, in our association. We have done a lot of publications, you know this, 30 calculating up, which are addressing industry, research, but also policymakers. So we are also in a typical manner. We're also commenting some kind of papers from the Commission, but also giving some forecasting, some technical, some perspective, which of course only is only possible when we have this community like we are here together. And we created impact. Only to give you a number, you know, there's always this factor about what you want to invest from the public side, what is the private side. And in the private side, we facilitated not hundreds of thousands of private investment, not millions. No, we are targeting around 2.5 billion in the last year, which we triggered as private investment, which one is only to give a feeling about what is the impact which you can create in such a community. So such a community is nothing without collaboration, you know, collaboration between us all, but also collaboration with other initiatives. This can be, and I only highlight 2, 3, and for sure I will cannot mention every collaboration which we're doing with IoT when you're speaking about IoT connectivities. EFRA, when you're speaking about and vertical manufacturing. ETP for HPC, because when you have data to get value out of the data, you have to speak where you calculate, where you store the data. And that's important why we also with the high performance computing colleagues we are speaking about. And we have also collaborating with standardization bodies. First of all, to mention Senelec, because when you're speaking about data exchange, then you have to speak also about standardization topics. In a nutshell, and not to mention NASI, ETSI, and ETP for HPC, is a joint undertaking regarding from the Euro HPC topic and. Meaning, my message is, we created a lot, we have done it a lot, but we need also these collaboration aspects, because we want really to create and significant impact to facilitate a European ecosystem around data usage, AI, data spaces, and so on. You know, and Anna mentions this in the beginning, and this was a little looking back when we're looking ahead. We are for sure also as an association, we have transformed ourselves. So we are becoming now regarding data, AI, and touching also aspect from robotics, which we now facilitate in the word DAIRO topic, but nevertheless, BDVA, strong brand, will stay. But nevertheless, as an evolution, as an organization, we have to evolve, you have to transform yourself, which we're doing by good. So we have and doing a lot of things, and we are targeting also into new programs, Horizon Europe, Digital Euro program, also targeting regarding this European data AI strategy, because as you know, we have to look the data sharing, but at the end, it's about to create impact, to get value out of the data. And so that is why methods like AI significant. And last but not least, you can do this with a corporation, you can do a lot of papers, you can trigger a lot of investment, but you have to establish also some kind of hubs where you can test it. And of course, looking forward how we can do this regarding the European Data Space Initiative. So one of us is knowing this. I'm also a vice chairperson of the Gaia X Association, and you know, we are building up at the moment, in combination with what we are doing, some kind of hubs, national hubs, also some kind of organization, because for me, these are the two sides of the coin. The infrastructure to get data, but on the other side to get value out of the data, where we are strengths inside. And not to touching too much of your time, for sure, a warm welcome to this event. Many happy to Laura, making this possible, to DECSIS, to value data, to Ubiwhere, but the colleagues will speak later, to supporting this event. And I hope we can see us soon in person again, because theoretically this event is in Portugal today, but as you know, we are all somewhere else in the world. Many thanks.
Many thanks, Thomas, and we will see you now in 15 minutes in the high-level panel, and thank you for this welcoming message to the audience. As many of you know, last year we intended to organize the Big Data Value Summit in Porto, in Portugal, as Thomas said, and due to the pandemic, this last year edition was transformed in a very rich series of webinars. This year, well, it's still not possible to travel, but we wanted to honor our previous plans and to organize our events somehow in Portugal, with certain presence in Portugal, also considering that Portugal holds the presidency of the European Union at the moment. And for that reason, we invited our BDVA members in Portugal to join forces in the organization of this event. And we have today, and during this event, 3 SMEs with great expertise in data and in creation of value out of data and ecosystem development, so the key topics of our event, among others. So I would like to personally thank them for their involvement and support in the organization of this event. We are very pleased they are here with us today. So I also want to welcome you all. I would like to invite first Artur Romão, Director of Innovation and Development at DECSIS. And Artur, the floor is yours. And thank you for being with us today.
Thank you very much, Anna, for your words, and good morning, everyone. And well, it's an honor and a pleasure to welcome you to the Data Week and to have the opportunity to talk about my company, DECSIS, and our commitment to BDVA, DAIRO. So I guess if this was a normal year, we'd be welcoming you here in Portugal, in our beautiful country, but it's disappointing that we cannot. But well, hopefully we can all meet in person very soon somewhere in Europe. I would like to briefly introduce you to my company. DECSIS is the head of a group of companies that are present in the Iberian market for almost 30 years now. We have a very diversified portfolio of ICT services. I'm not going into that, of course. But just a few highlights. We partner with all major global players to deliver services to some of their biggest Iberian customers. We have mostly been, and we still are, a services company, but about 5 years ago, the company has defined a new innovation strategy, and from there, among other things, came the intention and the initiative to develop our own products and solutions, mostly provided as software as a service, taking advantage of a data center that the company built from scratch in the south of Portugal. I would point out in this strategy the investment that we have done, we have made in assets for high performance data processing and security. As well as we have put in place development and delivery teams for these novel solutions that we are now developing. My own responsibility lies in managing these teams and the business that comes out of these solutions. The focus of this has been on big data and analytics, very much oriented to competitive intelligence services. And lately we have begun inevitably to turn our attention towards AI. These activities have enabled us to participate in several funded projects, especially in the areas of, as I said before, competitive intelligence, but also e-health and smart cities, and joining communities such as BDVA. We have done our best to be active members of the community, as we recognize and highly appreciate the work that is being done here. Among the other factors, we feel very much on top of what is actually happening in Europe in the data and AI arenas, and we appreciate to have the opportunity to contribute, of course. During the last year, however strange this year has been for all of us, we had the opportunity to meet and to get to know many people, extraordinary people, I would say, and participate in events like this one here, but and many others that have been already mentioned by Thomas and Anna. We had, I would say, the privilege to leave our mark in a few initiatives, like the revision of the strategic agenda for data, AI, and robotics. And last but not least, DECSIS is leading the task force, the BDVA task force on SMEs and startups, and we have collaborated with other task force, like especially skills. Well, therefore, and just to sum up again, as I said in the beginning, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here and to have accepted the invitation to take part on the organization of this event. And I'm very much looking forward for the next 3 days. I'm always open to collaboration, so please feel free to reach out. You can find my profile in the event platform. So I wish you all a good event and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Artur. Thank you for being with us today. And I would like to invite now from ValueDate, Jorge Rasteiro, manager at ValueDate. Thank you for joining us today, Jorge. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Anna. Welcome everyone to this Data Week 2021. This is organized by BDVA and DAIRO with EU Hubs for Data, with collaboration from DECSIS, Ubiwhere, and us, ValueDate. Thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here. I will cut to the chase and make it short, as everyone is waiting to the event itself. So basically, ValueDate is a Portuguese company dedicated to data strategy, data engineering, data science. We basically provide 360 services around data. And our services and solutions our business to be more reliable, flexible, and scalable. So these services help companies, business, and departments understand the data available and how to communicate effectively with the business stakeholders. So it's everything around the data we do from the beginning to the end, 0 to 100%. And my profile it's there. You can contact me anytime. Thank you to BDVA. We are innovating on the big data and AI to maximize the benefits, so we can deliver better solutions and services to our customers. Probably making us one of the top companies in this field. As I said, I'll keep it short. And once again, thank you everyone to being here. Hope you enjoyed this Data Week. We will be around. We will see each other again, and feel free to contact us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jorge. It's very representative now when the SMEs like yours explains, also when Artur presented, explains what you do, that give us a lot of meaning. So thank you very much. And now, last but not least, I'm very honored to have Ubiwhere also present today as a supporting organization, and is representing in this opening by Ricardo Vitorino, Head of Innovation for Smart Cities at Ubiwhere. Thanks, Ricardo. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Anna. The honor is ours. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So I would like to welcome all the participants to Data Week, hoping that this gathering of the European big data and data-driven artificial intelligence research and innovation community can promote collaboration opportunities, knowledge sharing, and foster the ecosystem development. There will be a big focus on the Horizon Europe and Digital Europe programs and their funding possibilities. So please take this opportunity to give visibility to your initiatives and projects throughout this field. At Ubiwhere, as Anna pointed out, we are an SME from Portugal, concretely Aveiro and Coimbra, if you know, focused on the research and development of software solutions for the sectors of telecom, so 5G, and smart cities, following data-driven approaches, open standards, and the proven methodology from idea to product. You'll be able to know more about our experience on the next panel, where our CEO, Rui Costa, will be sharing our views on the impact, ambitions, opportunities, and challenges for Europe on the data and AI. BDVA, now DAIRO, is a very active and useful community where we are able to foster collaborations, share our experience, and find new opportunities for partnerships, both for research and innovation, but also for business. It will be very challenging to create success stories and become an international reference on smart cities as an SME without partnerships and communities like this. And it is a true pity that for the second time, we still cannot promote and experience a physical event in Porto or in other city in Portugal. We will be very, very happy to welcome you anytime. But looking at on the bright side, it's thanks to technology like the ones we are promoting here and researching that makes it possible for us to be efficiently from any point in Europe or the world to be connecting and sharing experiences. So I hope that you can find value from the well-organized sessions. Feel free to connect with me and Ubiwhere and our colleagues via WOVA, the event platform, directly on LinkedIn, or get in touch via email. But most of all, enjoy the event and have fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ricardo. And there's a good reminder that everybody can contact everybody through the tools in WOVA. So feel free, as Ricardo said, to interact with the speakers through the different WOVA possibilities. So, well, thank you very much to our presenters today. Thanks to all participants for joining this opening. And I'm wishing you all a fantastic event. I will see you through different workshops. I will be involved in some of them. And I will be again at the closing with you. Now we move into the high-level panel. So thank you very much and see you around.